Hi, it's June from Paintspotsandpaper and JOTJournalsCreations. I just thought I'd pop in and do a video on a bit of a haul I've had lately from the boot fairs. I went to one a couple of weeks ago and got some bits, and then I went to another one on Sunday and got some more things. So, and I was very pleased with what I've got, so I thought I'd show you. This is a haul video, so if it's not your thing, then turn it off now or find another channel. But if you like haul videos, then stay watching, because it gets more interesting. The second haul, in fact, is better than the first, but I thought I'd show you the first to begin with, because it's the oldest. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I just haven't had a chance to show it yet. So I started off with, I'll just move that out of the way. There's a chap there that has just loads of boxes, and you just root through them, and he just says, right, everything's £1, and then a bit later on he says everything's 50p, and if you're there late enough, he says, well, everything's free, just take what you want, because I want it cleared out of the way. I have in the past got quite a lot of books and things from him when he's been finishing up, and I've got them for free. But this particular time, I think it was about 50p. In fact, no, actually this was a free haul. This lot was free, this first lot of the books. So I'll give you a quick flick through those. Now I've got a little teeny weeny, if you can see that, little tiny dictionary. I mean, it is so minute, but it was so cute, I couldn't resist it, so I had to take it. And as I say, what it is, it's just house clearances, and then it's just things that aren't really of any value, so they sling them all in cardboard boxes, and you just sort of root round and have a good look through there. They're all just chucked in higgledy-piggledy. But yes, I thought that was really cute, so I couldn't resist that. And then I got another dictionary, which, as you can see, is pretty old and battered. Now, I don't know what date it is, but I mean, the paper is nice to use. It's obviously very sort of aged, and it's got somebody's army number in here, and it's Sergeant Green M, but there's nothing else in it at all to say what year this sergeant was in the army. The most recent date on the book is 1945, so whether or not that's when he had it, I don't know, but it's the Little Oxford Dictionary of Current English, and I dare say he took it about with him when he was in the army, obviously. So I thought that was rather nice. The other one was just a little, quite a recent dictionary, but I thought nice and yellowed. There's nothing written in it, but nice yellowed pages again, and it won't break my heart to chop that one up. I also got a nice buy book, Wild Fruits and Fungi, and it's priced at £1. So that was £1 in English money pre-decimalisation. I think we went decimal in about 1970. I think it was about 1970 that we Britain went decimalised, so it was pre-1970 definitely. And it's got all obviously what it says, fruits and fungi in it, which is rather nice. I thought beautiful pictures. It's really lovely. I thought, well, you know, free, how can you say no? It's just a case of rooting through. You know, you have to root through all the bits of rubbish in there. And there's that one, and then there was this one, Wildflowers at Home. This is, older than that last one, I think. Price, oh, this is something else. 2 and 6. Oh, I don't know. It's got various other books advertised in the back. But this one is wildflowers in it. I think it's just black and white pictures in it. But as I say, it's got to be pretty old. I mean, they just don't do books like this anymore. And even the cover is just like it's just been printed on greaseproof paper, really. So yeah, I thought that was rather nice. Whoops. And then I picked up this one, Trees, Leaves, Bark and Fruit. And this is obviously quite a new one, but once again, nice and sort of aged inside. It's, I don't know when this was printed. Let's have a look if I can find it's, I'd say it's definitely vintage. See if I can see a print date. First published 74, 1973, copyright 1973. So I'd say this is probably from the 70s. No, it wouldn't be. Yeah, it could be. If it's 95p, that would be after decimalisation. So it could well be 73 because it would be decimalised the price. But this has got some quite nice pictures and things in it. I think it's got some coloured ones in it somewhere. Yeah, some lovely, like painted pictures, really, which are lovely. I mean, they'll look gorgeous in a journal. They're beautiful, aren't they? They're just so pretty. And there's lots in here. It's beautiful. Oh, and look there, that's so lovely. I mean, it just goes on. It's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, how beautiful would this be for an autumn journal, or as you say in the States, a fall journal? I mean, look, it's just gorgeous. So yeah, so that was yeah, one of the boxes for free, which I thought was a pretty good grab. Now I'm not sure what this one is. Men Who Have Risen. Now I got this because it's lovely and old. I mean, look at that, it's gold all the way around on the edges. I don't know if you can see that, if that's showing up on camera. Gold all around the edges. It's a lovely book. And it was somebody's prize at school. Presented to Henry Turner as a reward for diligence in history and geography at the Easter exam. George Meckleton or something, that must be the teacher's name. And it's April the 16th, 1867. I mean, if that isn't antique, I don't know what is. What's that about? Astor the Millionaire. Wasn't it Astor that went down on the Titanic? No, it can't have been, because this would be, no. Must have been a predecessor. Stevenson, the railway pioneer. There's a picture of Stevenson, I presume. But yeah, 1867. I thought that was lovely. Not sure if I can bear to chop that one up. This was another old book on Wales, and I just liked the cover. As you can see, it's pretty old. Got some illustrations in it. On the page though, the illustrations are sort of tissuey. Another one right at the front is, that's a tissue paper over that one. I don't know if this one's dated at all. Let's have a quick look in the back. Sometimes you can find a date in the back of them. No, that's just the index. But yeah, I mean, look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? So yeah, can't wait to use that. And look at that. That's gorgeous. You don't need to age that, do you? It's got to be really old, hasn't it? It's definitely, well, it's older than vintage. It's antique. And anyway, that's the books at that particular one. And from this, then I walked on a bit further, and the lady had a box full of things. And I asked her how much a couple of bits were, and she said, you can have everything in the box for £2. And it was just ridiculous, because if I can get it all out, falling out of the bags now, unfortunately. There was a lot of, here's the embroidery to that, meant they've just fallen out of the bags. And that's this one. This one's been started, and there's even a needle left in it. I think it was probably a relative who'd passed or something, and they were just clearing out all the stuff. But that's the pattern to it in the illustration. And so that was that one. And there was there's all the threads to go with it. And there's this one, which is this. No, it's not that one. It's another one. No. Oh, that is that one still. Sorry, that's that one still, I think. Yeah, that's still that one. This is, it's like a cross stitch. Once again with the pattern and everything in it. And all the threads. I've got to obviously sort them out. But they're not too bad. Not too badly tangled. They shouldn't take long to sort out, really. But all the threads to go with it. And so that's been started. I think it's of a fairground horse, this one. Yeah. A fairground horse. And a little bit's been done. This is the cross stitch one. Let's just drop that on the floor. Excuse me a minute. Oh, what's that? But there's all the threads to it. Now, I don't do cross stitch or embroidery, but I don't know. I really don't know what I want to do with these, but I'd either like to see somebody finish them, or maybe have a go myself rather than chop them up. I mean, obviously I could use the threads for something else. I'm thinking of doing some slow stitching, but it seems a shame when the whole sets are here. Yeah, I'll probably, I don't know, I might put them on my Etsy shop. And there's this one. I think there's the instructions for this one somewhere. which is this. There's a needle in that bit. And this has got all the threads to go with it, of course. So I think the instructions are in there to that. I'm sure I've seen them. And then also this was in there, which is a, I presume, like a dressing table set. But there was no pattern for this one. However, there was a book. I haven't got it here at hand, but there was a book as well on embroidery, every embroidery stitch. Quite an old book. I think I've got it in the living room at the moment. But yeah, so there was a book. I wanted to show you how to do the stitches. I think this is pretty old actually. But yeah, I'm sure that could be used for something. And I mean, it just goes on. This is all for £2. And there's this huge great piece. I'm sorry if I'm... And it's 2 of these embroidery things, but obviously, I mean, I could just use the fabric for slow stitching. It's like it's lovely, like canvasy stuff. I don't know what you call embroidery fabric, to be honest with you. And the same lady, where are we? Oh gosh, there's more. Here's another one of another pattern or something. There's this. Oh, there's just so much in it now. I have seen the pattern for this one, definitely in there. I think it's a cushion cover. It's just like joined. So I hope I'm in. See, it's like that. So, and that's a cushion cover. That was just a piece of fabric that was in there, which will be really useful. That's doubled over. Oh, I have got a book here, I think. There's a complete book of crochet in here. This is an old book. £1972. This one was. I don't know what these are. I didn't notice these in here before. What you find in old books, it always amazes me. Oh, look. I'm not sure what they are or what they're for. Oh, I remember him on TV. He's an artist on TV. Oh, I think he used to do, or what is it? I'm sure he used to do a programme for deaf and dumb children. I can't think what it was called. I know I used to watch it every week. Used to love it when I was a child. So these are obviously for that, but I mean, they're years old. He's dead now, long gone. I don't know what these are. Fun Run or something. Probably some... I honestly didn't see these. I haven't looked that much. Obviously relatives have got in the paper. Isn't it fun when you look at these things? Somebody was into yachting. Pity there's no date. If there was the rest of the newspaper, you could find a date. But, no, but it's got to be in 70s, hasn't it? The book is 70s. I don't know if there's anything else in it. But it's, yeah, what that is. Oh, look. That's on like a felt stuff. And somebody's pressed some flowers in here. Oh, how sweet. The pansies. And it, gosh, I mean, all of this for £2. It's, oh, what's that? I love her books. You often find odd little things. One, I had a little shopping list in once, all written out and that, and you can't resist keeping hold. That's just a piece, just a little envelope. That will get used. What's this? Oh, about stitching. Somebody's written it out to make it clearer, I suppose, for themselves, or to remind themselves. Isn't that fascinating when you come across other people's history? But I haven't finished it. What's this one then? I don't know what this one was. This is still all for £2. Oh yes, that's one of the patterns, I think. And that might be in that pillowcase. Chair seat, that's what it is, a chair seat. The one lot of it was a pillowcase. I mean, it's just fantastic. Isn't that beautiful? There's that. Oh, and here's the embroidery book. Look at that. Stitches of Creative Embroidery. It's got all your different stitches in it. Perhaps I should read this and learn because I don't know any embroidery. What's that? Helen MacDonald. 49 Kelsey Lane, Beckenham, Kent. That's not far from me, Beckenham. I'm in Kent. This is probably all 70s, I think. I think that's about it. Apart from... Oh, there's some more thread here from one of the embroidery things. I hope you can see. I hope I'm in the shot with all this. And I don't know what this is. Really, I don't know. I haven't looked. Provo Craft. I think it's some kind of knitting thing. So, yeah, and all that. Oh, and I haven't finished. Move this lot out the way. And also this box. I asked her about this box and she said, I'll take that as well. For the £2. So, okay. And it's all old postcards. And some are of other countries and some are it's pronounced Llandudno in Wales. Some more pictures here. There's one actually at the back of the Cutty Sark. Cutty Sark is a big old ship in London. I'm sure you've heard of it. I think it's in London, or is it in, might be in Portsmouth now. No, the Cutty Sark's in London. Cutty Sark. Oh, and it says on the back, to Dad, love from Lucy. Cutty Sark, Greenwich, yeah, Greenwich in London. Yeah, there's a load of old postcards here. Some are religious and that. But I thought I could use them for journal cards, and the ones I don't like the pictures on, I can cover up the pictures, but keep the backs because they look nice, don't they? So yeah. So that was a lady from the Boot Fair Before Last, and that was all for £2. Now, I don't really know if I've got time to show you the next lot because there is so much of it. I've got a huge bag of linen embroidery, not embroidery, you know, the crochet doilies, and there's some big table runners and things like that. But I think, and there's so much of it, and there's also a lot of books and other bits and pieces that I got from the one on Sunday. So I really don't think I'd have time to show you all that now. What I'll do another video in a few days' time and show you what's in that one, because there is just so much of it. But yeah, so I've had a pretty good time. I will quickly show you what I got in Portugal, because I went there for a week's holiday a couple of weeks ago. I went to Portugal, and we went into the little town because it wasn't a very touristy place. Algeciras, Al Jazeera, I think that was good. Excuse me, I have a sip of coffee. Yeah, Al Jazeera, and it wasn't a very big place, and we went into the town, the old part of the town, and believe it or not, there was a charity shop. So I was straight in there like a shot. And the lady in there running it was English, and she'd been running it. She'd been living there for 25 years. She went there for 5 years and ended up staying. But she was running this charity shop, and I asked her to find me a vintage book, because I didn't mind what it was, as long as it was vintage and quite yellowy, and obviously in Portuguese, because I thought the writing would look nice, a bit different. So she found this one for me. You can imagine the way it made up in my suitcase. And I did get told off by that, because we were over a bit and had to pay a bit extra. It wasn't just this though, I think it was other bits and pieces we brought back. But yeah, I've no idea what it's about. But I'm just hoping there's nothing rude in it. And I said to her, have you got any fabric or lace? And she said, I haven't got much, but there's a little bit over there, go and have a look. She said, whatever you want, just pull it out and I'll do you a good price on it all. So I went over and she had this box of bits and pieces. None of it's vintage as far as I know, it's just nice pieces. And there was, I'll get this out of the way. There was this piece I thought was really pretty. I'll bring you down a little bit closer actually. Get those out of the way. Turn, oh I know where I put them, up there. Amazing the little ledges we find to put things. Whoops, caught that well. Yeah, so I've got this one. I'm going to get the book out the way as well. It doesn't fall everywhere. This one, which I thought was rather pretty. It's obviously just a piece of net curtaining, but I thought, well, that could make a nice journal cover actually, couldn't it? It's really pretty. So that piece, another piece of curtaining, I presume, but it was really nice. Quite big. It's like triangles. Isn't that pretty? So yeah, I thought that would be lovely. I can use that in journals, definitely. So excuse me while I just quickly fold it and get it out of the way. It's like a big sort of triangular piece really. Very awkward to fold. There's that. And then there's this piece of fabric, which is really nice. It's like a, I don't know what it is actually. No idea. But be good for slow stitching or for the inside of a journal. There's quite a bit of it as well. This is doubled over. So yeah, there was that. And this, I couldn't resist because I love the colour. I just love this sort of colour. And this is quite sort of silky once again for the inside of the journal, or for the outside with perhaps some lace over it. It'd be quite nice. Make a pretty cover. And that is a pretty huge piece as well. Speed up a bit because time's getting on. Oh, it's not too bad. There's this large piece. Not sure what it is, but it's lovely. I think it's similar to that other white one, where it's like an off-white, isn't it? There was this. I'm not sure what this is all about. I think it's sort of a headscarf or something. Something on there, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, I'm sure I'll find some use for it. There's this nice long piece of like padded like wadding. I thought it'd be brilliant for slow stitch or for a cover once again. There's quite a bit of that. It's a bit like batting, isn't it? But padded. So that's nice. And it goes on. And there's this, which is, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It's sort of, it's sparkly. Anyway, it's like a lovely thin, I think that's one layer now. Yeah, it's like a thin, sparkly, meshy sort of material. A bit wedding dressy, I suppose. A tag on it, but I don't know what that says. I wouldn't know what it says anyway. I would like it's Portuguese. Yeah, that was that huge piece. And then there was another piece of this, which once again is great for slow stitching or for lining journals. Isn't a load of that. And last but not least, there's this. I'm not too sure what this is all about at all. I think somebody's just been printing on fabric, but there's a bit of a scary cat there. But yeah, so anyway, so I had the book and I said to her I was interested in all of this because I thought I could use it. So she looked at me and she said, £3 or €3 should I say, €3 and €1 for the book. And I said, okay, yeah, €4. She said, no. She said, no, €3 for the whole lot. So I mean, what can you do? You can't complain at that, can you? So, so yeah, that's my haul. How lovely, eh? So, and so the other one is even better. If you like doilies and runners with all the crochet on them, and they're all very, very old. They're antique. Apparently the old lady who had them died, and they'd been her mother's and her grandmother's, and they'd been passed down the family. So yeah, what I'll do, and I got some books that time as well from the man who just chucks everything in boxes, and some other little bits and bobs. So anyway, I'll show you next time. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.